Exodus chapter 12, verse 1. I just showed you how Paul engaged in a prophetic activation from Psalms 19. And the gospel that was put in his hand spread across nations. It's like when we're starting this ministry, I got a prophetic instruction, not from me, say from another person. Once you enter apps, you start speaking to the sun, to the moon, to the stars, that everyone that is under that influence in that territory will come under the influence of the gospel we preach. We engaged it and literally subdued that territory. Exodus chapter 12, verse 1 and 2. And now the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this month shall be your beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Chapter 13, verse 1 to 4. This month is not this month we are talking about. Chapter 13. It's the same Exodus 13, 1 to 4. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, consecrate to me all the firstborn, whatever opens the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and beast, it is mine. And Moses said to the people, remember this day in which you went out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage, for by strength of hand the Lord brought you out of this place. No living bread shall be eaten. Verse 4. And I said to them, on this day you are going out in the month of what? Abib. So Israel starts their calendar year with Abib. They also call it Nisan. Now they come to the 7th month. They know there is another calendar running. Remember, they began this month just because they left Egypt that month. So according to the calendar of the firmaments of the heavens, in their 7th month, the heavens begin to declare first month of Adam. And so the Jews reconnect everything they are doing and declare new year and new season upon them. When they finish, they continue 8 months. Their 12th month is Adar. They continue 8, 9, 10. If it is your new year, you have started counting the 2nd month. They continue to their 12th month Adar. That means as they were journeying, they found a place of disruption of the calendar of heaven. Genesis chapter 1, verse 14. I don't need to go to Leviticus 23. It's the 3rd month, Tishri. So if this is your new year, why are you now talking about 8 months next month? At least you would have started 2nd month. It's like us. We decide to start saying our first month is 1st October because we got independence. If we decide to run that calendar, once we come to January, it will be our 4th month. October, November, December, January. And we decide to declare new year with other nations of the earth. And continue our 5th month, February. But Israel does not use January. It's a Roman calendar that was given to you a few years ago. They use the ordinance of the firmaments of the heavens, the lunar calendar. So in their 7th month, according to the ordinance God has with the heavens, it is actually the 1st month of Adam. It's actually the 1st month how God started counting the earth. So they activate that broadcasting because they are spiritual, and they continue again their 8th, 9th, 10th till they get to their 12th month Adar. So there is nothing Jewish about it. It's just dimension of those that understand ordinance. I was telling you, like the Islam now, 27th, they will activate something with the lunar and the season. They know how to control. Genesis chapter 1 verse 14. Then God said, let there be light in the firmaments of the heavens. The first thing it's meant to do is to divide day from the night. That's his first assignment. The second thing it's meant to do is to define signs. Anytime God wants to do something, the signs speak in the heavens. It's just that you don't see it. The heavens will declare the signs, the firmaments, before the impact happens there. He said he declares seasons. Any nation can wake up. Somebody was telling me there's a nation that is in 2030 now. If you want, pick up anything you want to pick up. It's like you resetting your time now. We are all in 4 a.m. You tell yourself you are in 6 a.m. The most accurate timing is the lunar and the solar. For seasons, then for timing, days, and for what? Years. Now look at the next thing. And let it be for light in the firmaments of the heavens. Not only to give light to the heavens, but to make impact of light where? On the earth. And it was so. Look at the next one. Then God made two great lights. The greater light. And it rules in the day. Something in the heavens, but it's ruling the day. And the lesser light to rule in the night. Like take for instance, when you hear new age generation talking about energy of universe, pray to universe, pray to this, is this thing they are talking about? But the challenge is that they are worshiping it. They are replacing God to this. And there are a lot of occultic books. They will tell you, harness the energy of universe. Oh, universe, help me. What do you think they are talking about? They are gradually shifting people to worship the earth, to worship creation instead of creator. And yet, all those occultic words, like that Obanje woman, this is all she uses. Sometimes her clips comes up. This is all she uses. Most time. Yet Psalms 8, because they have understanding. They saw that God gave authority to man to control these things. And they manipulate it for their advantage. That's why David said, the sun will not smite me by day. The moon will not smite me by night. He said to rule the night. He made the stars also. Verse 17. So somebody asked me, all this universe help me. Universe, energy of the universe. What does it mean? And in the Europe now, that's all they do. It's a manipulation. So God will always warn Israel, don't worship the firmaments of the heavens. Because they will say it brings their fertility. They will say since we started worshiping it, it caused us to prosper. But rule over it. Cause it to align to broadcast my agenda. God set them in the firmaments of the heavens to give light on the earth. Verse 18. And to rule over the day and over the night. And to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was what? So anytime God wants to do something that you can never disrupt, He collects it and fixes it with the ordinance of the heavens. So you will now see why the Jews will always stand on their ground, that the ordinance of God with the heavens must align with the covenants God has with them. Because these things have impact on the earth. And you are living on the earth. Are you getting it? It's not about a Jewish calendar. They are in their 7th month. They will soon enter 8th and 9th. And if I were you, many times you come out from in the daytime, you speak to the firmaments, you speak to the earth. You hear Moses say, heavens, hear me and listen. A man spoke to the heaven and recorded it, that this man and his lineage is going to be barren forever. Moses wanted to live. He said, I bring the son as a witness between Israel and God's people. What is he talking about? Deborah said, the stars fought for me. These are heavenly hosts. You are not disadvantaged. And their voice goes to the ends of the earth. I have used this thing to bring back a lot of relatives that were lost. I can mention names. That's the same way they strike madness. They program the moon and it hits someone. Madness starts. It's not a Jewish thing. Let's look at that Psalms 8 again. So in Jeremiah 33, it said, if you can break the ordinance of the heavens. That's why flood can never destroy the earth again. There is a signs in the heavens. Psalms chapter 8. Because we are positioning for a new season and you need to have understanding. It's the evening and the morning. The sounding just began. And I want you to keep uttering things. Tomorrow again, fast if you can't till 12. Keep speaking. Keep speaking. Keep speaking. This whole world and universe was framed by words and is sustained by words. 60% to 70% of your life is a summation of words. You spoke, you thought, you heard. If you don't know, you will never marry until you say, I will marry. And she said to herself, almost everything you've done, you said it first. I will study medicine. That's how it started. I will have 2 children. That's how it started. The summation of your life is words. That is why if you don't have quality words in your mouth, your life will also be substandard, weak. Everything we are seeing in KD now were words we were speaking 2008 and 9. And we are still speaking. Learn this thing. Because this universe is a law of source and sustenance. It came by words. It will be controlled by words. Psalms 8. From verse 1 again. How excellent is your name in all the earth. God wants his glory to be revealed. Who have set your glory above the heavens. What's the connection of Paul speaking? Speaking of his voice has gone to the ends of the earth. To the gospel he's preaching. The lines have gone forth. Is it not the firmaments we are talking about? May your brand arrive before you arrive. The name of the ministry arrive before you arrive. People will be saying, I think I know you somewhere. I think I know you somewhere. I think I know you somewhere. I think I've seen you somewhere. You went ahead. Bible said before they arrived in Jericho, their name was already there. Their news was already there. How do you broadcast news? It's still this firmament. Then you see things connecting. Everybody I wanted to connect with 10 years ago, 12 years ago, there was no way to connect with them. I've connected with all of them. Because I kept speaking. You wind, you sun, you earth. I know the connection will happen. All of them. There is no distance in the realm of the spirit. Use this equipment. They are prophetic tools of dominion. Whatever that is born from the womb of the Spirit is more powerful than relationship in the flesh. Out of the mouth of babes and nursing infants, you have ordained strength because of your enemies, that you may silence the enemy and the avenger. When I consider your heavens, the works of your fingers, the moon and the stars. Remember, the sun is a star, which you have ordained. What is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that you visit him? You have made him a little lower than Elohim, and crowned him with glory and honor, and have made him to have dominion over all your works, including this thing. So you can't worship it. Man can manipulate you to start worshiping it. It's your servant. It's an equipment you can engage. So the excellence and the glory of God. Can't you see Deuteronomy 32? Moses said, because I ascribe the greatness of God, heavens listen to me. Why you will listen is that there's something I'm enforcing here. And earth. That day Joshua spoke to the sun. I said, you are going to help in the Lord's battle. You are God's work. It shouldn't be a failed project. When heaven is declaring God's work, declaring his glory, then your business is a failed project. Ministry failed project. Marriage failed project. When all these things are meant to declare the glory of God. Sunday will continue, but I plead with you. This your mouth will take you to the ends of the earth. Say sun, moon, star. Be seeing now. Europe is my backyard. People will be laughing. I have a lot of people now that can invite me to Europe, to America. So if I want to travel anytime now, I have people that can invite me. Yet, when there was nothing on ground, and the resource to even go by myself is also there, I kept saying, stop interpreting yourself where you are. Stop interpreting yourself. Speak. Speak. And use these elements that have impact on the earth to enforce the agenda of God for your life and the purposes of God in every season.